Daddy Pig, Peppa Pig, and George were just off to the campsite at the Playmobil campsite. And Daddy Pig said, "Here we are, guys. We're here already." So Peppa Pig jumped out and she shouted to George to say, "George, come on, quick, come and look at this cool campsite. We've got a cool tent, a fire, a sleeping bag, and a cool tree with some nice birds on it." So Daddy Pig said, "Right, guys, I'm going to have to go home now, because Mommy Pig's cooking up a storm in the house." So Daddy Pig had to shoot off for home. "Be safe, guys. If you need me, give me a ring," said Daddy Pig, leaving Peppa and George at the campsite. This is one safe campsite. So Peppa and George said, look at them birds," and they called the birds down. And the little birdies tweeted along, and they came down to see Peppa and George. "So friendly," said Peppa. "Come on, let's go and have some food," said George. So they headed over to the campsite, and Peppa started to cook a hot dog. "Wow, that looks so tasty," said George. "I can't wait to have a little bit of it." So Peppa took a bite. Scrumptious. "You go, George, you have some too." So good," said George, as they put the hot dog back on the fire. "So come on, George, let's go and sit over there." So Peppa went to sit on the log, and George jumped into the sleeping bag, and it was time to go to sleep. "Good night, George," said Peppa. So George went to sleep. But before George knew it, it was morning already, and Daddy Pig had came to pick him back up. And Daddy Pig jumped out and said, "Come on, George, wake up. It's time to get up now." And George jumped up with Peppa. And Daddy Pig said, "Did you guys have fun? I'm glad I can trust you now you've all grown up, and you can trust you on your own." "Oh, thanks, Daddy Pig. Come on, let's go home. Mommy's made breakfast for us." So Peppa Pig, George, and Daddy Pig all had a great time at the campsite. "Don't forget to subscribe," said Peppa.